Hello everybody, welcome to Red Tool House. Today we are going to try to get some of this place cleaned up. And by cleaned up I mean general maintenance, some mowing, some sapling cleared out, and of course turn those saplings into wood chips. So come along and I'll show you what we've got going on. So when we built our house 23 years ago, we had this site excavated. This bench I'm standing on was not here, it was just a slope. And when we did the earthworks, we cleared off this hillside here, and over years it's started to grow some grass back. There's been some erosion. That's why I kind of let the saplings grow back, get to a certain size, and then cut them down. So about 10 years ago, I had Liam come through with a saw, and he cut all these down, and we got rid of them. Well, 10 years later, they've gotten a little tall here. So we've got some Virginia pine, we've got some locust, got a cedar back there actually, and an autumn olive that's inside the chicken fence right now, so I probably won't mess with the autumn olive right now. But the idea is to get that cleared out before they get too big, leave too big of stumps, and then some of the other smaller saplings, just let them grow back up. We'll just keep doing that every 10 years, no big deal. But of course, what we want to do is take all that, and instead of just piling it up or burning it, we want to chip it, and I need wood chips for the garden and some other things. Along the same lines, we're going to get out the bush hog. So we're going to switch from the chipper to the bush hog, and we're going to try to get the area behind the blueberry patch, that old pasture, opened up again. I haven't had pigs on that for almost 3 years now, but we'll be moving the pigs to that area soon. So I want to get in there and see what's in there, see if there's any issues, rocks. I know there's a couple sycamore saplings that are growing. They've really just gotten out of control, and may even make it back to the retreat. We'll see. We'll see how the day goes. I don't know if you can hear right now. On the last video we had this, and I don't know if some of you guys thought maybe there was some interference or issues with the mic, but if you listen, that constant droning is the 17-year cicada. It is that time for us in our region here, and they are carrying on like crazy. We're about 3 weeks into it right now, so interesting feedback there. What's interesting is Liam and I were up at our cabin just a couple days ago, and there's 0 cicadas up there, and that's about 2,900 feet in elevation. So they're either not hatching out up there at all, or they're delayed. So we'll see. All right, well, that was fun. Definitely filled up the trailer. Feel like I got in a cat fight. Probably the two prickliest trees on the farm, Virginia pine and locust. Locusts have the huge thorns on them, so probably should have put them long sleeves. Oh well. All right, looks good. Time to go swap out the chipper for the brush hog. Anytime I mow hillside that's steep, I always like to mow it in the north-south position, up or down. If I go side to side, there's a chance you could catch a low spot on the downhill side and, of course, flip the tractor. So it's a little bit more tedious this way, but it's definitely much safer. The previous pigs, had made some foxholes in here too that I discovered. There's nothing more satisfying than being able to mow down a huge autumn olive. So I was able to get 2 of the 3 here. The third one is bracketed by stumps, a decent-sized maple sapling, and then, of course, you see that big white oak log laying there from a monster tree we cut down years ago. Well, I almost got it all done, but an encounter with a very large rock now makes my brush hog do this. And that's no bueno. When this turns, that's supposed to turn. so I believe the gearbox finally gave up the ghost. A little warm. So the $25,000 question is it worth putting another gearbox on this thing, or is it time to move on? I'm not a sentimental person, but I'm also not flush with cash. So new bush hog 6-footer is very expensive. And I was looking, actually, I believe I can get, should be a 40-horse gearbox. I think I can get a 40-horse gearbox for about $144. So it may be worth swapping out. But at least that'll be good video content for future episodes, because we'll definitely show that without getting pancaked by it, hopefully. Well, let me show you real quick what I got done. So you'll be able to see just to the right of this autumn olive bush, that rock right on the edge of the cut grass line there. I think that's what did me in. But I was able to get a good bit of the meadow done, a lot of those saplings out. I think I had 2 stripes there left that needed to be cleaned up, so we'll have to get those once we get repaired. So able to mow around the fruit trees and the upper bench all the way back to the coupe de ville. And I didn't want to mow too close to the chickens with that machine because it really freaks them out. So what I'll do is I'll move the coupe de ville and then we'll mow there again once we get the brush hog fixed. But very, very satisfied with how the hillside looks now, minus all those saplings, and allows me to even mow the grass here with our drone. So I think it looks much better, opens up the area quite a bit. So I'm really happy with how much this opened the hillside here by taking out those pines and locusts. I got the rest of the mowing, and it would really been nice and wide open, but it is what it is. In my mind, at some point when we totally decide to go off grid, or at least have a full solar backup, that's the spot where I want to put panels. So that's why I don't want to let trees get too big, nor have I planted anything there. That's really good south facing, and then even here where we're getting closer to the summer, if I've got panels where we can do some following of sun, then this would still be the ideal spot. A lot of open canopy here. Well, as I mentioned, I'll keep you guys posted with updates on what we're going to do with the bush hog, whether we send it on its way or we try to fix it. But that'll be interesting. Always is. Well, thank you all so much for watching. I pray you have a great week. Take care.